Now, I have Flash here in the studio with me at the moment. Hi, Carlos. Now, that was sweet timing, wasn't it?
That was absolutely perfect.
It was. Whoa. How are you?
Good.
Have you been busy? I bet you have.
Yeah, I couldn't find parking, but it's...
I know, it's hard. It's hard here.
That's all right. We did it in the end.
Yeah.
And we're here, you know.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, right on time. I mean, if you try to calculate things right on time, they never happen. But,
no.
You know what I mean? If you try to organise it that way, that it just happens, it's impossible.
And then it's spontaneous anyway, isn't it? It's pretty good.
That's it, yeah. I mean... It's important. I mean, like they say, better late than never.
I reckon that is absolutely right. Yeah. And we're going to chat about the importance of having hobbies and passions today, aren't we? So important, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's basically what we work for, isn't it? Most of us work so we can enjoy certain aspects of our lives.
That's different, right.
Yeah, different types of hobbies. You know, there's some expensive ones, and there's some that not so
like
much.
Golf.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember I met once a musician who collected synthesizers.
Wow.
And it was a very expensive
How many
hobby.
did he have?
Oh, he had dozens, and it's worth hundreds of thousands, you know. And and the problem was that he wouldn't know where to leave them because they were so expensive. Some of them were from the 80s and that, like antiques and so forth. So yeah, there are different types of hobbies, but yeah, it's what we call leisure in a way, and it's a very important subject matter in philosophy, believe it or not.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's basically what life is, isn't it? Because, you know, we have responsibilities. Mm-hmm. We've got to get up, we've got to go to work, we've got to do these, we've got to attend meetings, and also obviously there's needs that we need to attend to.
Our family.
That's right. And after all that, there's your time.
Not very much time usually, is it?
There's not very much time.
Organise it?
Yeah, we have to organise it. And sometimes you don't need a lot of that time. You just need quality. And it's what we call leisure. And believe it or not, there was a philosopher that everyone knows called Karl Marx, and everyone knows him for his political philosophy, of course. But he wrote a lot on leisure as well.
Okay. What did he write?
Yeah, he basically was saying that in order to have like more of a just society, people required time for leisure. And part of it was to say as well that like if the people spent all their time working minimum wage, you know, they wouldn't have time for leisure. Basically, that was the theory.
They burn out too, wouldn't they?
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why it was important not only for the working class but also for the richer classes to have time for leisure, because in a way that's what we there was two things we identify with according to him. One is with our labour, what we do for a living, and we have to be attached to it. There has to be a certain identity with it. That's why he felt that factories don't allow for an identity, because people, they build stuff that they don't even know in the end what that product might be. They're just part of the line.
Assembly line,
That's right. But if you, like, for example, an artist that does a painting and finishes it, they're attached to that work of art because they started and they finished it. And so for him, it was important that we do, if we don't have a job that gives us that, then we find an activity that does through creativity, through other things. So hobbies are very important for our identity.
And that's really interesting, and also our mental health as well, isn't it?
Oh, of course, without a doubt. Like you said, burnout is is a very difficult thing. Boredom, you know, and suddenly with you know, if you don't have enough time for leisure for yourself, that time to think and to enjoy life without the responsibilities, it's just for yourself, and you're doing it because you want to do it, then suddenly we start getting a little bit confused about things, and we fall into a pattern that sometimes can be bad, you know, bad habits, as Aristotle used to say. Alcohol and all these. That's right. That's right. So the leisure time, our hobbies, our activities are very important, and as important as our responsibilities.
And the garden too in philosophy. Is that when they were relaxing in the garden? Was that their leisure time? I remember that we spoke about it years ago.
Garden. That was what Epicurus.
Epicurus.
The ancient Greek philosopher. He called his his school, the garden. Isn't that lovely?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was the same time as Plato, as Aristotle. So you had the garden to choose from, or you had the Lycée by Aristotle, or the Academy from Plato. And you can tell just by the title.
Yeah, you can't you?
Roughly what you're going to get from each one. But yeah, the garden was very popular because Epicurus also invited women, which the other two didn't.
Okay.
So he was very popular at the time and very advanced for his time.
That is advanced, isn't it?
That's right.
And what are your hobbies? You got some?
Oh, I've got a few things I dabble in, you know, like, as you know, I do a bit of sports. I do a bit of surfing. I've been playing AFL the last few years, just for fitness.
Yeah.
But of course, there's music. You know,
writing.
I write books, of course. But lately, I've got back into the music. Just I've got my own little studio, as you know, and they're the things I really enjoy. But then there's other things, you know, just going for a walk or maybe just. Yeah, there's a certain routine I have in the morning.
Beach, run along the beach.
You've got your little seat where the sun hits and you just like to listen to a podcast. I like doing those things in the morning,
Yeah, and you do have to put time aside and organise your time to fit those things in, don't you? Like if you want to go for a run in the morning, you've got to time it so you do it before work, or if you've retired, you've got a little bit more time. But still, if you do it early in the morning, you've done it, haven't you?
Yeah, that's true. You need to get it done early. And it could be exercise, or it could just be just sitting in the garden like Epicurus and enjoying just 10, 15 minutes of just a bit of peace. Your own thoughts. You know, maybe put a bit of classical music in the background. It depends what one likes, you know. Yeah. Some people like more, I suppose, physical type activities and sure. But once you create that habit, it's actually very difficult not to do it. You start getting a little bit anxious if you don't have time for it, you know.
Feel guilty.
Yeah, that's right. And so those, leisure time, very important. We call it hobbies and that type of stuff. And
your passions.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've cut you off there.
Passions. Well, it's part of it, isn't it?
It is.
Because we talk about that with some people and patients and so forth. And sometimes I ask them, what was your passion when you were younger?
Yeah.
You know, what did you want to do? Oh, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a rock star, whatever.
Late for that. But, you know, rock star, maybe.
But why not get into it, into part of that, like into researching things, you know. If you can't be an astronaut, at least listen to a podcast on astronomy, you know,
that's true.
Cosmology, or, you know, if you want to be a rock star but you're not now, why not just get into learning an instrument?
Band. Well, if you can play, join a band.
That's right.
Band.
There's lots of things to do, but whatever it is, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You can always dabble into it and then start something else. That's the beauty of leisure. No one's waiting for you to come in at a certain time, like at a job, and no one's expecting anything from it. This is just for you. So if you don't like it, change it. And there's, you know, almost literally an infinite amount of things you can look at, you know, so it's wonderful.
There is. And I know if it's your passion and you stop it, like mine was singing in a duo, and I really loved it. And when you stop something like that, like just circumstances of life, you grieve it. You really grieve it, don't you, when it's your passion? You do grieve it. That's a perfect word. A lot of people have said that to me, and sometimes even they say that they describe a type of grief, like they've lost something or someone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And even with things that aren't very good for us. I've spoken to people that have given up smoking, for example. Yeah. And sure, there's the physical withdrawals and that, but part of it, and later on they say to me, sure, I'm not going to smoke anymore, it's wonderful, but you know what? I went through a stage of grief. Like I've lost something, because it's not only in the smoking, which is bad for us. It's also the fact that they've given themselves time to sit outside. It's that they miss that. Yes, they miss that time where they've just I'm going to reflect. Unfortunately, they accompany it with a cigarette, but they can still do it without it. That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty, and it's actually healthier for you. Good on you, Carlos. Thanks for coming in. Oh, always lovely. Just came in, but I came in. I was halfway through reading the news and I went, here he is. There he is. Right on time. Yeah.
You probably saw me out, with the CCTV driving around trying to find parking.
I didn't see you, but I kept looking for you. But you are here, and you're here now, and a great song.
Oh, you know what? I had chosen this song already last week because we were going to talk, continue with friendship, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to keep this song.
Yeah,
such a beautiful song, and. Yeah, George Michael wrote it when he was 16 with his friend Andrew originally.
That's young.
And that is it's an amazing work of art for such a young person, isn't it? And when people listen to it, I like them to listen to the musical part of it. It's just an amazing piece.
It's his passion, isn't it, George Michael? Or it was.
He's gifted, isn't he? He had the looks, he had the voice, and he had the talent.
Yes. Careless Whisper.